So let's say I'm given that parallel lines are cut by a transversal. A transversal is just a line through the parallel lines. So we have these two parallel lines denoted by the little triangles on them that denotes they're parallel. And we have these other two lines that are cutting them. So let's say, for example, that I'm given that this angle is 70 degrees, and I'm given that this angle over here is 80 degrees. Okay, to begin with. We can actually figure out all the angles based on this. First off, we know that opposite angles are congruent, so this one's 70. Opposite angles are congruent, so this one's 80. We also know, since this forms a line right here, that this whole thing is 180. Therefore, if I already know this is 70, this angle has to be 110 degrees to make it equal 180. Well, opposite angles are congruent, 110. So, if this whole thing is 180, and this is 80, this has to be 100. Opposite angles, this has to be 100. Okay? Well, there's some other features about transversals and parallel lines that make it so we know all the other angles. Because if these two parallels right here are cut by this line, these four angles follow the same pattern as this. So these alternate angles right here are congruent. These alternate angles are congruent. Or alternate interior angles are congruent. Alternate interior angles are congruent. So that means this one would have to be 100. This one would have to be 70. Opposite angle, opposite angle, opposite angle, opposite angle. So knowing the first two angles, we can fill in the rest by knowing that they're parallel lines cut by a transversal.